Let's talk about the fourth quarter some more. Last 4 minutes,
Yeah.
phenomenal game. Like I'm talking about, it was one of the best games that I saw in the tournament in any classification. Again, all I do is watch sports um, all year long. All school season long, I watch sports. Seeing you guys play the way that you played, I'm gonna say you guys did to Walker what they had been doing to teams all season. Super aggressive offensively and mega aggressive defensively. You guys aren't big, but you're fast and you're physical. When did your team take on that form?
I would like to think that's always been our form. I mean, my defensive philosophy hadn't changed since I've been here. You know, the team, the Final Four team, that was a good defensive team. A couple of years before that, we had a team who I thought was good enough to make a run.
Right.
You know, unfortunately, we had a player who decided to leave for football purposes. But that team was good, real good defensively. That's just our philosophy. First and foremost for me, we got to be good defensively.
Right.
You know, we're not gonna get a lot of big players, so you gotta hang your hat on something.
That's right. That's right. Every good team has a staple.
Yeah, and to me, that's always gonna be my staple. Now, when you get years where you get kids who can score the ball, that helps. And
Right.
this year we had it. 5 kids averaging 10 or more points. I've never had that before since I've been here, and I don't know too many coaches on our level who can say that.
I'm talking to someone yesterday on the phone. We're talking about your game against Walker. I'm there. I'm seeing it live. She said that she was watching it on the NFHS network, and she said that towards the end of the game, all the announcers did was rave about how many guys that you had in double figures.
Yeah, I think we had 4 that night.
For the game.
Mm-hmm.
Are those guys brothers, friends?
All friends. Now, of course, some will be closer than others, but when you see them get together, it's always as a group.
Right.
It's not 2 over here, 2 over there. It's truly, they were truly good friends.
I'm gonna ask, how did each kid is different, different home, different upbringing. What bonds those kids together so well?
I think they all came together for that goal, and sometimes you can see it, as coaches, you try not to say it, but after a game when you see a kid run directly to the scores table to check, like, come on, this group wasn't like that. I mean, some of them probably did. I didn't see it, but this group just wasn't like that,
right.
And it's easy to tell because, you see teams who oh, this kid, he forced that shot.
Right.
There wasn't much of that this year. Because
Right.
usually if a kid is truly forcing a shot, so you got to sit down for a little while. Let's think about this. Really didn't have to make that sub a whole lot with this team.
How hard is it for you to sit kids down?
It's not hard at all. That's part of the job, And it's not personal, but if you've been coached to do something a certain way and you don't, well, so you need to think about it. You're hurting us.
Right.
I mean, that didn't happen. When you can make coaching adjustments with your substitutions, I mean, that's what you want. That's.
How many players deep were you this year?
We went about 8 deep. Like my point guard Kobe, he played full game, and that was almost expected.
Right.
And it's just based on the kids. Some kids just don't perform to the level we need for a full game,
Right.
and that's not a big deal. So you give them 2 minutes here, and you come back with another kid for 2 minutes, or whatever the case may be.
I'm not very disappointed in that in times when I see it, because that's why basketball is a team sport.
Yeah.
You depend on your teammates, you depend on your brothers.
Yeah.
And those that can do, those that can't, you cling on to dear life in an interlocked arm with your brothers, and y'all go to war.
We go to war.
That's what basketball
That's
is.
exactly what
it's
it
the
is.
ultimate team sport.
Yeah. And even if you're not going to war that night, I mean, some of our practices are just like a war.
Right.
You know, so it's the same kids, and the guys who are actually getting most of the time realize this kid making me better because he's pushing me.
Right.
We've had some tough. And you know, generally practice is pretty tough. You know, this year I scaled back a lot more than I used to because I could with this group.
Okay. I was gonna ask you. It was because are you getting old and tired?
No, definitely not.
Still having fun.
Still having fun.
Still fresh eyes.
Actually, right now, yeah, I am still fresh. You know, except for the athletic director's paperwork I gotta finish up.
Coach, I'm gonna tell you something, man. We've seen each other around a lot. Fantastic job.
Thank you.
I tip my. If I wore a hat, I'd tip my hat to you.
And I guess maybe people don't realize it too. You know, we maybe came out of nowhere for some on other areas of the state.
Right.
But last year we were 25-8. You know, we one district. You know, it was us in Central both. I think we were 9-3. So it's not like all of a sudden Thibodaux.
Well, it wasn't all of a sudden it's Thibodaux.
Mm-hmm.
But again, what I've tried to do with this little company of mine is I've tried to, and some coaches have said this is what I've done. I've tried to bridge the state.
Yeah.
So that everyone has a fair chance. And I don't care, me personally, I don't care if you're the top team in the state or the lowliest team in the state. If you call, I'm coming.
Yeah.
And so with that, it is a pleasure. Like, it was only one game that I wasn't cheering for you.
EA.
You always playing, man. You always playing. You got too many jokes, man.
Yeah.
You know it wasn't an EA game.
What game was
it?
It
Was an EA game.
That was a great game. That game was tough, man. EA is good.
Hey.
I'm going to say it to you. You've sunk a play.
Man, thank you, man. That's like, again, sometimes when you see something and you see it and it's your child, you take it for granted. I'll be the first one to tell you that sometimes I take the things that he does for granted, and I said, hey, you can do more.
Yeah.
But he's given a lot.
Yeah.
And he doesn't talk trash. He doesn't take the game for granted, and he really, really loves basketball.
Yeah.
And so, you know, when it makes it even more special for me when I see guys like you that don't allow kids to take the game for granted.
Yeah.
You don't allow kids to misuse the trust of the game.
Yeah, because you'll never become what you can if you do, you know. And that's important to me. You know, and like I talked about with sports running out, if you develop that mindset with sports, you're going to develop it with something else.
Right.
So, you got to work. You got to do the best you can.
I'm a passionate guy. I'm definitely passionate about high school athletics that are played here in the state of Louisiana. Thank you for being a passionate coach.
Yeah.
I see your fire when you're on the sideline. You have a quiet boldness that stands out. Like, I think that's you.
Yeah.
That's definitely Jeremy Madison at Ouachita.
Yeah.
That's Casey Jones at Wiseman.
Yeah.
You know, I can name 10 other guys that have the same trait and technique.
But that's the thing, to do something as good as you can, you got to be yourself. You know, me going acting and hollering, that's just not me. So, you know, and I got good assistants who, if need be, they do it. Or if I need to, I can as well. But, you know, you got to be yourself.
You know, I'm a yeller, right? I yell.
Yeah.
Sometimes I yell for no reason.
Yeah.
I don't even need a reason to yell. Just, that's fine.
Even like, because my daughter played basketball here. She's a sophomore at Nichols now. And even when I went watch her play, you know, pretty calm. Sometimes she could do a little better. But, you know, that's
really?
Me. Yeah.
You're better than me then, man, because when I'm watching my boy play, I'm super engaged in the game. Like,
no, I'm engaged, but if
no, I'm engaged with yelling.
Oh, I say I'm not.
Yeah, I'm engaged
but I
with
mean,
yelling.
if she knows I'm not, and all of a sudden I'm yelling, maybe that'll throw her off.
And the watching my son play, the one thing I don't do is I don't contradict what his coach is telling him to do. Mm-hmm. I echo what his coach tells him to do. I remember Barry. Barry was his coach for 3 years.
Yeah.
Barry,
good coach.
Yeah. One of his favorite words was "stay solid."
Yeah.
So defensively, I'm out there yelling, "Get solid! Get there! Get to the spot!" That's me though. That's who I am.
That's you. And your son would expect that because that's you.
And I've done it since he was 7,
Mm-hmm.
6. However he was when he started. Like, it's been a fun ride, man. It's always fun watching you. Look, as soon as you get your schedule made, call me.
Yep, will do.
Call me. OTBS will be here. We'll have the camera set up.
Yes. But you got to come to the Thibodaux High game, at home game.
I'm telling you, I'm here.
No place
I'm
like
here. And hopefully this year we'll have a face for our games, and a face that displays everything like a sports center.
Yeah, good.
That's our goal. We need you guys help and support. I love you guys, man.
Yeah,
like
we appreciate you.
It's a true appreciation for the game.
Yeah.
Thank you. Remember, get off the bench, get into the game.